let's give them pumpkin to talk about. I worked all night on that. We are back with the Marlow family from the Marlow's pumpkin patch up in, you're around Mount Vernon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How long have you guys been up there?
We've been up there since 1998.
Okay.
That's when we started.
All right. So a family business, 1998. We have Emily and we have Tim and then Sharon and Mark. Well, thank you for being here today. I'm going to go ahead and say right off the bat that I know absolutely nothing about pumpkins. You brought some pumpkins with you, and I'm already amazed at the differences between these pumpkins because to me, I thought a pumpkin was a pumpkin, but there are a lot of different varieties. So let's talk about that, and let's also look at it from like a culinary aspect as well, how these can be used in different recipes and things like that. So what do we have first here?
First of all, I brought the typical, what you picture when you picture a pumpkin.
Yes.
So this is what you would find at any pumpkin patch, any grocery store. It's a jack-o'-lantern. It's a modern hybrid. These are meant for carving. There's not a lot of seeds. It's easy to, yank the guts out and slap a face on it. And so this is what typically Americans think of when they think of a pumpkin. However, this is not meant for eating. It's edible, of course. All parts of a pumpkin actually are edible. Everything from the stem to the seeds. But flavor-wise, this is not where it's at. Okay. Plus, it's got a super high water content, so it does not cook down well.
Okay, interesting. All right. So that's the traditional pumpkin right there. What the next one is, I believe, the Cinderella.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. This is probably, out of what I've brought, this looks most like that pumpkin, but there's still kind of a world of difference here. Mm-hmm. It's more red. This actually is a French variety. It came from the northeast region of France.
Ooh la la.
Yes. Around the 19th century. Mm-hmm. It's a sweeter pumpkin, lower water content. It's still thin skin. It's easier to cut into, but the flesh of the pumpkin is thicker, so you're going to get more yield if you cook with this variety.
Mm-hmm. Now let me ask Tim, you handle a lot of the production, and so the different varieties, are there different challenges with raising the different varieties of pumpkins?
Well, the biggest challenge we have, at least for our operation, we got to have the right timing of it because naturally you don't sell many pumpkins at Christmas, so you got to have it.
Right.
You got to have it during the fall. We try to plant. We plant anywhere from I'd say 30 up to all the way up to 60 different varieties of pumpkins, gourds, and squash on our operation.
Gotcha. And how many pumpkins do you grow like every year?
It varies, but we usually put out between 20 and 30 acres each year for our operation.
Yeah, okay. Well, and Grandma and Grandpa, you are kind of the brains of the operation, right? You're the most important people, let's just face it, at the pumpkin patch, correct?
Right.
Yeah. What's it like? What do you enjoy most about this time of year and your family and other families being involved with this?
Well, the most things I enjoy most is we have a corn maze and a slide, and it's really fun to watch the little kids go through the corn maze and down the slide.
Yeah. What do you enjoy most about this time of year?
Well, I take the tickets at the Haunted Barn. They have it too, and I do that on the weekends, and I enjoy watching the kids go through
and get scared to death.
Yes,
yeah.
And some of them back out and come back out. They won't go all the way through. They get scared.
That would be me. Okay, we have a couple more varieties of pumpkins here. Now this one I'm intrigued by this one because usually when you think of pumpkins, you think of orange.
Yes.
This is definitely not orange.
Definitely not orange. This is a Jardel pumpkin. It did come to the United States in the 1930s, I believe 1932 to be exact. This pumpkin, again, great cooking pumpkin, thinner skinned, easy to cut. It's got a lot of pulp to it, so it cooks down really well. However, it is best suited for more savory dishes. So if you've ever tried a pumpkin curry or a pumpkin soup, this would be the one that you would like to grab.
Interesting. And the blue color is just, it's different.
So this actually, they crossed a blue Hubbard squash and a Cinderella pumpkin. And that's how they got this pumpkin out of that.
Oh, very interesting. So we have one more pumpkin here.
Yes.
And this is a smaller one here. and a little paler. So what's this one?
This is Long Island cheese. This is one
Oh,
of
I
the,
love cheese.
Oh,
I love
doesn't
cheese.
taste like cheese, but this is probably one of the most requested varieties that we sell.
Really? Why is that?
Both because the color is great, it looks awesome. Whether you're going for a more traditional fall palette or if you're going for a more neutral fall palette in your decor, this is an easy grab. It works with a lot. However, this is probably the most excellent cooking pumpkin that
Really?
we grow. It's got the highest sugar content. It cooks down wonderfully.
So if you're making a pumpkin pie, which is the best
This one, you
That's
want to grab a Long Island cheese.
right there. All right,
So-
that's the winner.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Very interesting. I have learned so much about pumpkins today. So much. Thank you so much for being here and telling us about it. And if you're ever up in the Mount Vernon, Illinois area, stop by and see the Marlows. I'd be happy to have you. I had so many gourd jokes, but I can't. Now I do have. Okay, let me finish with this one. What do you get when you drop a pumpkin?
I'm not sure.
Squash.